There's really not that many walls.
There's so many walls.
I gotta be honest with you, there's really only 4.
I mean, okay.
Well, the film is R-rated and it's not intended for children.
Ah, but of course children are gonna see it.
Can I finish?
It was so brutal.
Yeah.
And yet it was like a car crash.
Can I finish? Hello? Can I finish?
Well, I go up for the wave, and then I hear like, Candace! And I'm like, fuck.
Can I finish? Please, can I finish? Okay, I finished.
Hey everyone, welcome to Can
Pop,
I
I didn't only do it once. I'm good. I won't do it again. Alright.
Hey everyone, welcome to Can I Finish? I'm JR Supa.
I'm Billy Mack.
So, enjoy the show. You can just smoke a fucking giant bong before you left your house and drove up here.
Yeah.
It's because I did.
Not a bomb, but a bowl. Either or. No. It was because I had to shave. Because I literally was looking Spanish. Because I get that Spanish stash really good. So I was like.
So you had to shave, so you were like, ooh, let me smoke?
Well, I smoke every day, but that's neither here nor there.
So I was at the store the other day. I went to, or was it CVS?
Sure.
And I don't even remember what I was buying. Probably tampons for me.
As you do.
As I do, because I'm a female who gets her period. And so I get to the counter, and the person at the counter was the most miserable human being I have ever met in my entire life.
That's saying a lot.
But literally,
yeah.
To the point where there was no common courtesy whatsoever. If you work as a cashier,
sure,
the minimal amount of work you have to do as part of your job,
simple math,
is not even that. It's just you say, next customer,
right?
Hello,
yeah. This
is your total,
right? But then you have to do
have
the
a nice day.
No. So it's that and simple math. Because if the price is $30 and you give them 40, they're like, oh, 30 minus 40, they need $10 back.
Right.
Which even is on a small scale because everybody uses credit cards nowadays.
Right. And you have a computer that does it for you. It literally tells you what to give them.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
For the most
For
time.
the people that don't cancel out of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because I used to do that when I worked in restaurants.
Sure.
I would get cash and then get the change.
Right.
And I would just hit next on the screen and be like, ah.
But besides really fancy places, which is funny because it's not fancy food, but McDonald's and Wendy's. Have you seen they've upgraded all these places? It's part of their new protocol.
Yep.
So they're really fancy, which is so funny because it's fast food, you know. But those actually tell you how much change, but even it simplifies it.
It dispenses it for you.
Or no.
The actual coins.
Literally, that's even fancier than I've seen.
It literally just dispenses the coins and you have to just get the dollars out.
Oh, okay. No, I have seen that before. No, but the ones that I usually see are the it says 5 or not 5 quarters, but it'll be 2 quarters, 1 nickel.
It tells you what to grab out of the fucking drawer.
Right. And
instead of telling you what the change is, just grab 2 of these, 1 of these, 3 of these.
Right. So besides those places though, that's also the extent of their job.
So I go up to this fucking lady, and I've never had it's really hard to be a complete and total bag of dicks as a as a cashier at a CVS, because the job in and of itself is not that hard.
Right.
All you have to your entire interaction with every customer is next customer, hello, here's your total, have a nice day.
Right.
That's it. This person was so fucking rude for no reason. I just walked up hi, how's it going?
Yeah.
Whatever. Here, you give this. You need a bag.
Yeah.
Kids today.
It's on Do Not Disturb.
Somebody called you twice in a row. Put it on airplane mode.
Hey, let me call you later. All right, bye. It's on. Look.
No, I know, but if they call you twice in a row, because what happens is Do Not Disturb sends them right to voicemail.
Yeah.
They might think that you're just calling, so they call right after.
Oh.
And that's why I just put mine on airplane mode now. Do Not Disturb is. Yeah, it sucks.
Okay, sorry.
No,
I didn't know that.
Whatever. We'll try.
Damn it! I know we were we were going there. Sorry. From now on, I'll put on airplane mode. My bad. How far do you got to backtrack on that? Just right at. It's gonna be hard.
So I get up to this lady.
Oh no! Oh no!
So I get up to this lady.
Yeah.
And she's the rudest person I've ever interacted with in this position.
Yeah.
Like at any store. Not even just like a CVS. But like she was just like so grumpy and ornery and like, yeah, whatever, okay, need a bag, like
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, did I like accidentally run over your dog on the way into the fucking store today? Like, Jesus Christ.
Sure.
But it made me think of like how little actual customer service there is.
Sure.
In the world today. Like, you're in sales.
I was in customer service even like
right,
sales.
even prior to this job, you've been in customer service before.
Right, but as a car salesman, it's like even worse.
Right. So like, but as someone in sales in general,
sure,
your entire like livelihood is based on customer service.
Absolutely.
Is based on you getting a rapport with your clients.
Absolutely.
Having a good relationship with your clients, providing your clients the services that they need.
Yeah. And
being the guy that's like, maybe goes above and beyond.
Absolutely.
Like, that's how you make money.
Absolutely.
And there are so many people out there that like work in the restaurant industry that are just fucking miserable.
Yeah.
That they work in sales.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's kind of like it ties a bunch of different topics that I wanted to talk about together.
Sure.
But like the lack of customer service in and of itself, even at bars.
Yeah.
Like, how many bars do you go to and like the bartender is just a miserable bag of dicks?
Well, what about
like, but not on purpose, because Ryan was always a miserable bag of dicks to some people. But when it came to like just normal customers,
I used to make fun of Ryan all the time because I used to always say that
I was there. I would
sit
next to you.
Mood. I would be like, bro, I'm paying to
you.
hang out with you. That's like the biggest compliment that I could ever give you.
And you're just gonna be a dick to us.
Yeah.
But he did it.
He's a miserable fuck.
Yeah, but he also, like, when the time came with like normal customers that he wasn't friends with, he was providing good customer service. Like, he was nice to them. He was cordial. Even
true.
when he was in a bad mood.
No, that's absolutely
like
true.
He was like, "Hey, what can I get you?" Like,
unless
just
he was
doing
in a
his
really
job.
bad mood.
Right. Then he was just like, "Yeah, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need?"
Yeah.
Brah.
Yeah.
What do you need?
I tell that story all the time. He hates it when I tell him the story. It's the first time we ever met. I was the bar was packed. He hates this story. It's so good. The bar was packed, and it was like one of those first times like I really started going to tequila.
Yep.
So like I saw him, and then I'll never forget. I was like, "Hey, can I get 2 Coronas?" And especially when it's always at a bar, I always do the baseball sign too, because baseball, we play baseball our entire lives. You do that so the outfield can see it better.
Right.
So I did this, and he comes back with 1. I was like, "Oh, bro, like super sorry, dude. Like I said 2." He gave me the hardest eye roll. You would have thought that I asked him to fucking like brew the beer. You know what I mean? Like
hey, can you actually run out to the store and go buy the Coronas and then bring them back here for me? That'd be great.
Like, all he has to do is open a fucking fridge and hand it to me, fucking prick. He like rolled his eyes. He was so fucking dramatic, like an asshole, bro. Asshole. But I fucking love that guy to death.
But that's the thing. Is like, it's not just like people It's like you could go to a restaurant or you could go to a bar where you don't know anybody, like even in another state.
Absolutely.
It's anywhere in the country.
But there's one thing I wanted to say on that. So I tend to disagree with you, because usually
there is still good customer service out there.
Yeah, there is.
I think it depends on where you go, but
it definitely 100% depends on where you
way
go.
Less
especially
people.
when you get out of the inner tri-state area, like the further you get away from New York City, people change.
That's fair.
Which is
I feel like there's less people providing good customer service today.
I understand exactly
because
what you're saying.
I feel like those industries
but you also
aren't...
forget, like, as someone in customer service, like, you've been bitched at.
Oh yeah,
it
absolutely.
is a terrible feeling. You have no idea what happened right before you came in.
100%.
Like, that lady, maybe someone was like, "I was looking for an item that you don't have. Why don't you have it?" And she's like, "Listen, I'm just working here."
That's what customer service is about.
Yeah,
though,
absolutely.
Is like you have to be able to just flip that switch when
but I am
Karen,
sympathetic to it.
Yeah,
though,
when Karen walks away,
right? You
have to
right
just. It's the next person. It's like, "Hi, how are you?" with a smile.
Absolutely.
Even though Karen was telling you that she's going to go home and rape your newborn son.
Absolutely.
Like, it doesn't matter.
No, you're absolutely right. I cannot
I just
argue
feel like
that,
there's
but I
less-
do sympathize with that.
No,
you know?
but I think it's because like those jobs, like remember 30 years ago, 40 years ago,
Yeah.
like having a job in like the hotel industry, the restaurant industry, even like retail
Yeah.
was way more lucrative and had way more career potentials
Sure.
than it necessarily does today.
Couldn't you manage in hotel management at one point?
Well, you still can. You
Can
can still
you?
get
Yeah.
a degree in hotel management.
Yeah. I think that's an
but I
interesting
feel like
degree.
it doesn't take you as far as it did 40 years ago.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, to your point.
Yeah.
I think like that's a very interesting like course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you would almost think that would be like under business, but it's so
Yeah.
What
it's
other
a
thing is like
specialty.
that? Like
it's like a
Yeah.
very distinct specialty.
right.
And-
it's like
and-
it's like instead of becoming a doctor, it's like I'm gonna be like a nose doctor.
Right.
But when you don't go to nose, or maybe you do actually, I don't know.
Well,
but I think you just practice medicine, right?
You
Like
practice medicine, and then you have to. If you declare a specialty, I'm not sure. Whoever's
I
a
don't
doctor,
know.
you can email me and tell me I'm wrong.
yeah.
But once you declare a specialty, if you're not going to be general practice,
Yeah.
you either have to do extra classes or be a resident in that department. Because remember, you go to medical school for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then you have like
Or is it 3 years? I thought it's a college education for 4 years and medical school for 3. Or no.
no, it's 8 total years
Yeah.
in college.
Yes. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think the 4th year is like your first year of residency.
Yeah.
But you have to do 2 years of residency,
Dude, yeah.
I believe. I could be wrong. I'm sorry
Yeah,
in advance,
no.
whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck do I know?
But I think it's like
fucking
2
idiot.
years of residency. The first year might be like a half kind of year where you're getting ready to graduate from medical school and then you do residency or whatever.
Yeah.
But when maybe your second year of residency is actually in that type of department.
Sure.
So where it's like, if you're going to be an OBGYN, all you do in your second year of residency is OBGYN work.
Yeah. I guess that was a bad example, but I think you understand the point I was trying to make. Like I just feel like
Yes.
that's very
It's
direct
very
in a very diverse
absolutely.
group.
But like, yeah, hotel management, there's only one direction you can go with hotel management, and that's managing a hotel.
Right.
And granted, you can take
I
a
guess
hotel
that's better
management
though, right?
You could take a hotel management degree and like you can be a manager of housekeeping, or you can be, you know what I mean? You work
Sure.
your way up to general manager of hotel. Like that's the goal.
No, that makes sense.
But it's not as, and I actually think it might be kind of on another turn, but like 40 years ago, that was like a really good route to go.
I think my sister like wanted to do that. I think at one point she actually did master it. Now I'm thinking, or she didn't finish in it, but I think at one
She
point
was going to major in it.
I think at one point she might have made it her major. I don't remember. That's like all coming back to me like right now.
Because I mean, as somebody like that worked in hotels for a little while,
Yeah.
like there's
that's
a
right,
lot.
right.
There's a lot to do.
But you managed the bar at the kitchen bar.
Don't
at
say the name.
Yeah, I'm not going to. But I was just gonna say the kitchen bar at the hotel.
I managed events for a little while. Then I did the restaurant as an assistant manager. Then I was the banquet manager. Then I was the restaurant manager, and then I left.
Right.
So I was mostly food and beverage.
Yeah.
But it was also a small place, so like there were times where like I was at the front desk.
Yeah.
Just holding down the fort.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
But I also knew like back end stuff for the security systems and, hotel stuff and like all in the backside of things.
Yeah.
Because it was such a small environment that like you had to wear a bunch of hats.
Sure. Wait, what? Wear a bunch of hats?
Yes. It's called wearing different hats. Like you can do this job or this job or this job or this job. It's called wearing different hats. Yeah.
Why do you have so many different hats?
Because when you work construction, you put a construction hat on.
Depends on the job.
Yeah. That's where it comes from. It's like if you're a construction worker, you have a construction helmet. If you're a police officer, you have a policeman's hat, fireman hat. If you can do multiple jobs,
But why do
wear
you need
different
so
hats.
many different hats? for
Dude,
the
I don't
restaurant?
know. Look it up. All right. Fucking dick. Hate you.
Just saying, I can only think of one hat for the restaurant business. That's a chef hat. The Chef Boyardee hat.
Fuck you. But it actually, so that leads me into the other topic that I
Sure.
wanted to talk about, which is kind of related, which is people who just hate their jobs.
Right.
Because that lady clearly hated her job.
Absolutely.
Which is fine. I get that you might not be happy doing what you're doing. But two things. One, then don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
And two, if you have to do it, don't take it out on me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I
I
get
think
it.
some of these people do have to do it, though.
Well, but yes and no.
Yeah.
There's always another option.
Yeah.
It's a matter of whether or not you have the drive or determination to do it.
That's fair.
However, some people, yes, are in situations where, like, they have to work this job
Yeah.
or their kids don't eat.
Yeah. A lot of these people, it's like their second, possibly even third job.
Exactly, which I completely understand.
Yeah.
And when that's the scenario where really you don't have a choice, that's just the life you're in,
Yeah.
just don't take it out on me.
Yeah.
I didn't make your choices.
Which is fair.
You know what I mean?
Which is fair.
I didn't choose to either not go to college or to have kids or whatever the case may be. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't make your decisions for you.
Yeah.
You made your decisions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So don't fucking treat me like I'm the fucking scumbag because I wanted a bag of chips at 4 p.m.
Right. No, but you're 100% right. It's just that I just sympathize with that very, very much so. That's
I sympathize with the people that are in a tough spot.
right.
But I don't sympathize with the people that are working at that type of job because they're lazy and just didn't want to go to college.
Right.
Because
But again, like some of it is that they don't have an opportunity. Like they're not intelligent people, which it sucks. It is on them.
but there's other jobs. But even if you're not an intelligent person, right? So let's say you didn't go to college.
Right.
There's still other jobs that you can do.
Yeah.
Like you don't need a college degree.
But some of those people do those
for
jobs,
some
but they still have they need the extra income. Like
Yeah,
they have like a
absolutely.
bigger family that they can handle. Like things like that.
Absolutely. But again, if that's the case, don't take it out on me.
And still agreed. and still agreed.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that you have to sign, like when they give you the application to work at the DMV, someone is like on there's a question for you to box off, and it says, "Are you miserable?" And you have to check it off.
100%.
Because
100%.
if you don't check it off, then you don't get a job.
I don't
I've never met a
understand
happy
it.
person at the
I
DMV.
don't understand. But I don't understand how they aren't happy.
Yeah.
Like, you are in a government job
Yeah.
that requires you to do nothing.
It's a lot of paperwork.
It's a lot of paperwork,
Yeah.
but, like,
I think I'd kill myself if I had to do
is
that
it
amount of
boring?
paperwork.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Are people that come in stupid?
Sure.
100%.
But it's also confusing as fuck, bro. It's so confusing.
I'm not saying that the DMV in and of itself is not a broken system.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the people that
I'm not even
work
going that
at
far.
the DMV
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
have it made.
Yeah.
As far as job security, as far as you're a government employee, you get pension. Period.
Yeah.
Like you're working full time at the DMV.
Yeah.
Welcome to your pension.
Yeah.
So, like,
DMV's open like crazy days though, right?
it's closed on fucking Wednesday.
Yeah, no, it's Monday, I think. It's only Monday, but they're open every single other day.
No, they're
I
closed.
should know
they're
this.
closed
They're
on the
selling
weekend.
cars for as many
They're
years.
closed on the weekend.
I
at
think
least one day on the weekend.
It's either Sunday or Monday. I'm telling you.
They're closed. What? Just
Yeah,
look it the fuck up. That's why
I should like know this. I at one point that just tells you how like past car sales I am. That like
it's just out of my fucking eyes.
yeah, exactly. I cut that part and just like chopped all the information that I learned like right out the window. Like, nope, don't need this anymore. Bye.
Yeah.
Made space for other things to happen.
Ever.
Never again. Never again.
Ever. DMV. Just go with Danbury DMV.
I will say though,
Monday closed, Sunday closed.
Bang bang.
That's what I said. Sunday, and you said Monday.
Yeah,
we were both
I
right.
said-
Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, but
I
did
was
say
wrong
Sunday
about
and
Wednesday.
Monday.
I was wrong about Wednesday. I thought they were closed Wednesday. They're closed Monday. It's weird hours though, because like Tuesday, Wednesday, 7:45 to 4.
Yeah,
Thursday,
but Saturday
9:15.
it's like short, right?
Thursday's 9:15 to 5:30 for whatever reason. Friday is 7:45 to 4 again, and then Saturday's 8 a.m. to 12:30.
Yeah,
So like you really work 4.5 days.
yeah.
You're literally putting in 36 hours.
Yeah.
You're not putting in 40 hours.
I told you like when I went to get my license when I was like 17 years old, I went online and then like was go to the window, go to the window, go to the window. Finally, it was my turn, and I went to the window, and the guy was like, hold on 1 second. And I was like, oh, absolutely. And he left. No. Not even that. So then I stood there, and I waited, like, I'm telling you, like, no bullshit, 30, 45 minutes. And people just kept getting called to the other window. And I looked into the other, like, window, and I asked the lady, like, I was like, I'm sorry, like, I've been, like, waiting for this guy for, like, 30 minutes. And she was like, yeah, he's on his break. I was like, all right, like, can't I just, like, go to this spot? And they were like, yeah, I'll take you next. Hand the guy true story.
Just left you fucking standing there.
Yeah. Didn't even tell me. Like, didn't
for the
even
record,
give me that.
this is why people hate government employees.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, that's the thing is, like, you can just do that to people.
Yeah.
Like, why do you hate your job?
Especially me. Like, I'm very polite. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But, like, okay, so I take my break at precisely 12:30.
yeah.
12:29 comes, I call you to the window, and I go, oh, that's 12:30. Hey, hang right here. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I walk the
Or
fuck
he did
away.
say, hold on 1 second, but still,
Same thing.
I mean, like,
Whatever.
that might as well have
Doesn't
said,
matter
like,
what he
hang out
fucking
here.
says.
Yeah.
Just hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
And I leave.
That's a true story. I totally forgot about that.
I get an hour to myself now.
Yeah.
To just fucking hang out.
Yeah.
And they can't take it away from me.
Yeah. But, like, why not just tell me that, though? Like, if that's your break, like, you know what?
Right.
Bro, like, more power to you, dude.
And that's fine.
But, like, just, like,
what
tell
he
me,
should
like,
right. What
yeah.
he should have said to you was, hey, I'm going on break. You're going to have to go to her next.
And honestly, I
And
would
you
have been
would've been
like, yeah, all
okay.
right, cool.
Right.
Like, whatever. Sure.
But that's the thing is, like, so, yes, they...
And
for people who have a very cushy job, they are
Right.
the most miserable human beings on the planet, which I'll never understand.
Right.
But they're not the only people. Like, people hate their jobs.
Oh, yeah.
And they're miserable.
Dude, like, the Amazon workers, I feel so bad for them. Like, I really didn't realize how rough they had it up until they went on that big strike. Mm-hmm. And then they were like,
And then I
dude, like,
couldn't get
we're
my
being, like,
package in 2
worked like
days.
robots, bro. It's crazy. And I was like, dude, like, I actually fucking feel bad.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of that.
But again, leave the job.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you see the commercial for FedEx that they have the autonomous delivery people?
No.
Dude, insane.
Isn't like Amazon did with the drone that just drops your fucking thing down?
But it's worse than that, because at least that fucking thing is in the goddamn air. This thing is a little robot that's probably like 4 feet high.
It's like
that
a shake
can
weight.
only
Just
fit
here's your
about
cab
like
fare.
Yeah, absolutely. It only fit about a box like by like
On the
2
smaller
feet or-
side.
yeah, it's not big. And this fucking thing, it just wheels its fucking self around. I saw it on a commercial for on Sunday for football, and they were running the commercial like over and over again. That FedEx is doing this, or they're doing it in very small scales in very small parts of the country. But dude, could you fucking imagine that, bro? That is
No.
fucking nuts, dude.
I can't. I don't like it.
Dude, you're gonna have to share the sidewalk with these fucking things. You know, like how is that gonna work? Put that thing in New York City. You're gonna have to open up a different like sidewalk for them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like, could you imagine walking down the street and like walking with these fucking things?
No, I don't. That's like, have you been into Stop and Shop?
The thing that goes over the puddle, but it doesn't even clean it.
It doesn't. It's
doesn't
literally
even clean it.
Its entire function and job is to just go boop, 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 and it just goes around, and then it waits until it finds something on the floor that needs to be picked up,
Yeah.
and then it stands there and just cries until someone comes, picks up the thing that needs to be picked up, and then it goes on its merry way.
Dude.
It literally will just sit there and go, "There's a spill." Ah!
Dude, essentially, which was just like blowing my mind because first of all, so I saw that commercial. So I saw the commercial on Sunday, and then the bartender, she was like, "Oh, have you seen that?" Because I never even heard of that till Sunday.
The Stop and Shop one?
Yeah, I never even heard of
Okay.
it. She was like, "Oh, you got to look it up." And I
It's
was watching,
awful. It's the worst thing ever.
I was like, what the fuck is the point of this thing?
You know what the worst part about that robot is?
Go ahead.
Every store has to have, I think, 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's the most useless thing on the planet. Like
Yeah.
we just discussed, it serves it has one fucking function,
Yeah.
and it's literally to cry until someone picks up whatever's on the floor.
Yeah.
And yet the employees of Stop and Shop had to strike
Right.
in order to get health care.
Yeah.
Basic benefits
Yeah.
from a fucking corporation.
Yeah.
Every store gets a robot or 2 robots.
Yeah.
But you can't fucking give your employees benefits.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the shit that leads people to hate their job.
Right.
But just don't take it out on me.
Right.
That's my thing. Just don't take out
Absolutely.
the fucking frustration and angst on me.
The only one last thing I wanted to add to that was that I feel like it's so weird that robot exists, but it doesn't clean it up.
It doesn't.
I feel like that's
what
so
I'm
weird,
saying.
though. So they're, like, designing this thing, right? And so, like, at the pitch meeting, they're going, so this robot, it's going to go over there, and it's going to go to the spot.
Oh, so
and
like
ShopRite,
like iRobot Roomba.
Right. So now ShopRite, because they're obviously being pitched the idea from some kind of tech company, it's like, oh, they'll clean up the mess? Oh, I didn't even think of that. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's not like a Roomba. Let me tell you. I'm sorry. Let's backtrack for a second here, sir. Let's re-explain it.
Yeah.
It's our fault. We didn't do a good job explaining it. It's our fault.
It's just going to stand there.
It's a robot. Okay? Looks like a penis.
Right.
It goes from aisle to aisle to aisle, very much like a robot Roomba, but
Right.
it doesn't clean anything up. Instead, it will cry until a human comes to clean up whatever's on the floor.
Right. And then they go.
And the guy at Stop and Shop went, I love it.
No. The guy at Stop and Shop went, well, why would I get it? And then they would look and they go, because it has googly eyes. And
they do that after the fact.
Brilliant. You know? It's like,
googly eyes.
Googly eyes. Like,
that means the kids will love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it went viral, dude. And it went viral. So, you know
I
what?
hate those.
At the end of the day, they probably won.
I knock into them.
Do you?
Yes. On purpose.
Do you really? Mm-hmm. That's why you're an asshole.
I may edit this out. Because if I ever get the chance to sue them because it knocked me over, I'm gonna take it. And I don't want the fucking
doesn't
evidence.
matter. It's already on the internet.
Yeah.
Fucking FBI has it.
I bump into them. Like if it's coming right at me.
Like shoulder bump in, or like, you know,
Yes.
like, oh, so excuse me, sir.
No, like I just fucking nudge
Throw-
it, like on the way by.
Do you throw a shoulder? Do you throw
I
an
throw
elbow?
an elbow. I throw an elbow.
Okay.
I don't shoulder check it.
I shoulder check
because
the
if
shit
I
out of
knock it over,
Yeah.
then I'm responsible.
Do you think it probably has like a panic mode, right? Like it starts. Yeah. No, but
If
for
it
real
gets knocked
though.
over?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because I'm sure that someone was like, who's gonna be the first asshole to knock this thing over? Because you know they thought of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, because they're like fucking assholes like us.
If it tips over, it turns into like a fucking
Terminator. Pulls out John Connor.
That's how the apocalypse starts, dude. It's just.
Have you ever seen the fucking video? The Boston Dynamics. They always post their videos with the robots.
Oh, the robots, the
Yeah.
one that can like pick up a box
boxes
and like do a
and things like that.
backflip.
Oh yeah,
shit.
it's Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
They're always posting their videos. They're fucking awesome. Have you ever seen the guy? I fucking forget who does it, but he's like, dude, what are we doing here? Why are we posting this to the internet? And it's like them when they're like beating them with the hockey sticks, and they're gonna be like, this is when this is gonna be downfall of the human race. The robots are gonna watch this fucking video 10 years from now, and they're gonna go, look at these assholes beat on our people.
I have seen that.
And they're gonna just start smacking us hockey sticks like, haha, like that?
That's how I'm telling you right now. The first person to just beat the shit out of
So
one of these
good,
Stop and
dude.
Shop things.
Yeah.
That's how the apocalypse starts.
Right, like I'll fucking remember
That's
that.
the end of days.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is my purpose? To pass the butter. Did you ever see that Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
What is my purpose? You pass the butter.
That's a great show. Dude, that dude's drunk
I can't
doing
wait
it all the
until
time.
season 4.
I know, bro. I know. Is Pickle Morty your best episode?
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick. Well, I like, as you were like taking a gulp, I was like, that wasn't right.
Pickle Rick is up there, man.
Because I feel like that's everyone's favorite episode. But
It's
Mr.
not my
Meeseeks
favorite.
is the best episode.
It's not my favorite. Mr. Meeseeks is one of the greatest things.
Mr. Meeseeks is the best
absolutely so
episode.
good. What was it? Was like, and Mr. Meeseeks like had to kill himself because he couldn't get Jerry's golf game fixed or something like that. It turned into like an
they kept
existential
asking
crisis.
for more peace, Mr. Meeseeks, to like fix the other problems. Life is pain, Jerry.
Life is pain. There's so many good ones. I personally, you know what? Interdimensional Cable 2. That's my favorite.
Oh, that is a good one too.
When Shrimply Pibbles needs the heart transplant and Jerry's penis is the only thing that can save him. Yeah. And it's the first episode I ever showed Jill.
Yeah.
And it's her favorite episode too.
Is it really?
Because it's the personal space guy.
That's
when they're
funny.
flipping through and he's like, 1, personal space. 2,
Yeah.
personal space. 3, get out of that personal space. 4, stay away from my personal space. And the guy if you look, there's this weird alien all the way in the back just doing this. 5, 6, 7. It's my favorite fucking one.
Oh no, I had
Although
it, I lost
Morty's
it.
Mind Blowers, because they try to change it up. Morty's Mind Blowers is pretty good too.
And also what's the video game, bro? I can't think of it. Where he plays the dude's life. It's like real life simulator, or like, oh my god,
I don't remember that one.
Oh, dude, that's like one of the best ones. So he plays a fucking video game, but it's actually a dude's life. And
Oh,
he's like,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
and he's
yes,
like, oh my
yes,
god,
yes,
you became
yes,
a
yes.
drug dealer. It's like, he's like, oh, that's the worst ending. You ended in 90 happy with cancer or something like that. He's like, that's the worst
90
one.
and happy. Yes. Oh,
Now,
yeah,
do you watch
yeah.
Bob's Burgers?
I don't.
So,
Which is interesting enough
I was
because
hoping
I
you were gonna
love
say that.
H. John Benjamin.
but Bob's Burgers, I think, is better than Rick and Morty.
Really?
I can tell you will probably feel the other way around because I know how you are.
I've tried to
But
watch a couple episodes of Bob's Burgers,
Bob's
and
Burgers
it didn't get me hooked.
But they're the difference between those shows in particular is Bob's Burgers does have very missed episodes where there's some of them are like, this is like not the greatest.
Right, the good ones are phenomenal,
But
but
the good
bad
ones are
shit.
so good. They're
Got it.
so good.
Where Rick and Morty, I
Did
feel
you know
like
just
every
as
episode.
Tina. Just as Tina Belcher, the one who
Yes,
the
yeah.
one. I just as her Halloween.
That was
2 years
Halloween. You were
ago.
telling me about that.
What a costume contest! It was rigged, but I still won. A win's
That's
a win.
a minor detail.
It was totally rigged. It was awesome.
No, yeah, that's such a fucking great show. Like, I love Archer and H. John Benjamin, like, in general. Like, I fucking love the Arby commercials at this point. Like, I just don't care. Anything that guy's in.
Yeah.
H. John Benjamin Has a Van
Yeah.
was actually one of my favorite shows on Comedy Central.
Really?
Long time
I
ago.
don't even know that show.
It was an action, like, it was him. It wasn't, like, voice acting.
Yeah.
And he
I don't even know
literally,
that show.
it was a sketch show, but he just had a van.
Yeah.
And just drove around in a van.
Dude, you and I have had this conversation 100 times. One of the most underrated fucking shows of all time is Key and Peele. Dude.
Oh, dude, I don't even think it's underrated anymore. I think it's just one of the greatest shows.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
ever.
Because it was so.
Dude,
But the Chappelle Show was better though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I didn't really think about it up until like I was watching those Dave Chappelle stand-ups, like the ones on Netflix, where he was like, "Dude, Key and Peele like stole my show." And I was like, "Yeah, but like you weren't doing it, and like it wasn't like they did the same."
You
skits.
walked away, right? You walked away.
But then when I was thinking
it
about the
was-
format, and I watched the Chappelle Show, I was like, "Ugh, this is like really fucking close."
But
you
at
know?
the same time, like the material was different. The format
was
the
my
same.
point.
Right. The format. I don't care if the format's the same. The
I
material.
know, but I
different.
did kind of feel bad.
Like, they didn't do a fucking STD episode where the puppets came out and fucking
Dude,
sang about gonorrhea,
fucking
which,
so
by the way, is the
funny.
best Chappelle Show episode in my opinion. But
really,
yeah, that's my favorite one.
Over the Real Celebrity Stories with Charlie Murphy. Not Real Celebrity Stories. That's not what it's called. And
No,
then-
but Charlie Murphy.
yeah, the Charlie Murphy stories.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. Rest in peace, dude. That's fucking crazy. The Fear Factor one was really fucking
With
funny.
with not Ashley Larry, Tyrone.
Yeah, Tyrone. What's the real? It was the Real World, but it was with all the black people and the one white dude. That episode's hilarious.
No, dude, I'm not saying the Chappelle Show wasn't fucking hilarious. I'm just
Yeah.
saying my favorite one was the STD one.
Yeah, but I'd seen the similarities to the point, and then when he said that, I kind of like felt bad.
Yeah, but like my thing is that like I don't think Key and Peele is underrated because
I guess it's really not anymore.
they
because it
brought
blew up on the internet.
They brought Luther to the actual
White House.
White
Yeah, that's
House
right.
for Obama's speech, whatever dinner that was, where he was like addressing
Presidential speech.
Yeah, it was some kind of presidential, but it was like an address of like, it was always lighthearted. Like it just open it, dude.
I
It's
was trying not
just
to
fucking
spill it.
whatever. Dude, I had a fucking just a meltdown, a natural disaster, if you will.
Nice. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I opened it on the MIOH pod, and it fucking went everywhere all over my computer. I was so upset.
So when I was doing that, that's what I was
You were
trying
doing the
to
right
do.
thing,
I was
yeah.
trying to at least.
But yeah, like they brought Luther to the thing, and they actually did a pretty funny skit with Luther because like he was, you know, how like in the show Luther translates for Peele
Yeah.
as Peele
Jordan
plays
Peele.
Obama.
Yeah.
So when they brought him to the White House, Obama started speaking,
Right.
and Luther started, you know, translating into thug speech.
Yeah.
And then Obama
what he really means.
right, exactly
Yeah.
what he's actually saying
Right.
as a black man.
Right.
But then Obama just starts to like go
on a
downhill,
tangent.
lose his mind,
Yeah.
and Luther has to like stop and be like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
He's
whoa,
like,
whoa.
I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, sorry.
But so he tells the story about that. And then, so he actually ran a lot of the material in front of Obama before they went on.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that Obama actually made a lot of tweaks to it and made it funnier, he said.
Yep.
So that just tells you that dude was fucking funny.
Well,
But,
that's
like,
dude, Obama, from a media standpoint,
he was a funny dude.
he was awesome.
Well, I don't want to
Say
go down.
what you want. No,
I don't want to go down that
a
part,
rabbit hole.
But also another fucking funny person.
Between Two Ferns, Obama's episode of Between Two Ferns.
The last couple presidents have been funny. I don't want to talk about politics. I'm just saying, like, say what you want. Trump's a fucking idiot, but he's fucking funny, dude.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
dude fucking
He's
is
entertainment.
hilarious.
That's all this is.
He's totally entertainment. Obama's like quick-witted funny, and Bush was like dumb funny. You know what I mean? Like the cast of them would make
Bush,
a really funny show. You
The
know what
real
I'm saying?
real world presidents.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just
you have
put-
the dumb one,
put
the clever one,
Put the three
and,
of
like,
them.
just the asshole.
Put the three of them and their spouses in a house for 30 days.
Right. That
And
would
just-
be pretty
and
funny.
just film it.
That would be like that. Like, I don't know. I find them funny.
You'd have to spend so much money on that.
Yeah.
And like, my question is, whose Secret Service agent shoots another president first?
Probably none of them, because I think they're sworn to protect them. But that's not either.
If you're work for the Secret Service and Obama is your assignment,
Right.
If Trump tries to kill Obama, you got to put Trump down.
Right. Or
That's
no,
your job.
Yeah,
but
you
the
don't
problem
kill him,
is,
though.
that
the other guy would
Trump has
probably-
a Secret Service guy
Yeah,
that's going
but
to try and put you
they
down
would both
for putting
probably
Trump
break
down.
it up because they couldn't
I
do
think it's a
anything.
slaughter. Actually, you know what? I think Bush and Trump would be a slap fight, like
I think
Angry
they were
Beavers.
they're
You ever
all
watch Angry
politicians,
Beavers,
bro? They're all politicians. They're all like
Doesn't matter.
old as fuck.
Dude,
they
it
can't
doesn't
fight.
matter.
What are you talking about, bro?
It doesn't matter what your job is. Everybody has a breaking point where they will throw hands.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. None of them could fight. Like, I don't know.
That's why I said I think Trump and Bush would end up being a slap fight.
I don't think they would.
They would
because
just
I
do
don't even
this
think they-
back and
I think
forth.
they would be like, huh. You know what I mean? Like,
Bush would try and tussle Trump's hair, and
Yeah.
Trump would try to throw a pretzel at Bush.
I'd kick his ass. I would. It's huge.
I definitely could kick his ass. All right, I want to take a hard left and talk about the zombie apocalypse.
That'd be a better way to transition.
When
That was just lazy.
I was going to transition earlier, but then we went down that Chappelle show tangent.
You're welcome. I keep you guessing.
Because-
I keep you quick on your feet.
Yeah.
Keep you adapting to all situations at all times.
A, do you believe the zombie apocalypse can happen? And B,
Believe it. Yeah, I mean, what does
And-
that mean?
do you believe that at some point actual zombies can occur?
I mean, that seems like a silly question. You know, how could I say that it couldn't? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, but how could you say that it could?
because anything is possible. We live in an infinite reality.
But that being said,
It
that
possibly
means
could happen.
Yeah, but it also couldn't happen.
Absolutely.
Right.
So how do I answer that question?
The answer to the question is: do you think it's more likely that a zombie?
Do I think it's likely? I
Do
don't
you
think
it's
likely.
more likely a zombie apocalypse will or won't happen?
I think it's more likely it wouldn't happen. I think we'd find a different way. If like the human species would like kill each other, I think it'd be a different way than zombie apocalypse. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. So I don't think it is likely, but to say it's not possible, I think that's like a very incoherent
Right.
statement. You know what I mean? Like,
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I rephrased the question.
Yeah.
All right, so fuck you.
You're welcome. Keep you
All right.
guessing. I'm on
So-
your toes.
If the zombie apocalypse were to happen,
That's the better way to go with it.
are you prepared?
No, not at all. But I have plenty of people in my life that are prepared.
But how do you get to them?
Well, I just get in my vehicle and I go.
But it's a zombie apocalypse. There's no phones.
Right.
If they're
So
not
what-
at their
what-
house, how do you find them?
Well, I don't have to get to the house. I have to get to my cabin upstate where I have guns and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like
All right, so now you got a quarter tank of gas. How do you get there?
I never have a quarter tank. Yes.
You always have a quarter tank of gas.
No, I mean, no. That's a good point. I mean, I know how to siphon gas. That's pretty simple. So to your point, I guess the first thing that would probably go away is that like all the roads would be congested from everybody trying to drive.
Right.
So realistically, I'd be kind of screwed because all I'd have is a couple pocket knives that I have in my house.
I have a knife collection if you want like a sword to take home with you.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to collect them.
No, I have like two like very nice like knives that like if someone tried to come in my house it'd be a mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like yeah, no, I technically no, but I feel like I've always said I always said that I would most likely end up being like within the first couple thousands of people to be infected because knowing me that would just be my luck. And then you would hear like the zombies going around. They'd be like, but you'd hear one in the background. It'd be me. It'd be like, lame. Because I'd be so pissed.
That little shred of fucking cognitive ability left.
I'd be so pissed. And like, so which zombies are we going for? Because one would be fun.
Okay,
the other wouldn't be fun. Like, are you going, like,
yes, so,
Walking Dead zombies, where there's just, like, they're slow, but there's so much that makes them
Right, well,
dangerous?
and I
or you're
think-
going fucking, like, Will Smith, I Am Legend
zombies.
where they're fucking quick and, like, that sucks. Because I Am Legend zombies, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather be in The Walking Dead than I Am Legend.
Right.
That's a
Where
hands
it's
down.
just more that it's
Right,
just
that's
how many of
Actually,
them.
I would rather be in Walking Dead after season 1 because season 1 they could run. If you remember, if you go back to like the first few episodes,
I think they
those
still can
those
run,
zombies
but it's like
were
a light,
quick.
It's like
No,
a light
those
jog.
any of the recent
Are
seasons,
they full tilt,
it's
full
just
tilt sprint?
no.
What?
It's all walk. In
Yeah.
season 1,
I'm
they
asking.
actually run.
They
in
full
season 1.
tilt sprint?
It's
I
not
don't
full sprint, but they're like
Yeah, they
like
do
they're-
a quick. Yeah, no, but they always done that. They do
after
like
that,
a quick
after
little
that,
wobble.
now it's
No?
just the fucking
been
slow
a while
movements.
since I've seen it.
It's slow movements until they get to you, and it's more of just like as they're falling, that's the quick movement.
Yeah.
But in season 1, they actually could give chase.
Yeah. That one wouldn't be as bad, you know.
I mean,
that would be kind of fun.
I can see. I wouldn't go as far as to say fun. See,
Depending on the situation, it could be.
the problem ends up being. I mean, obviously, Walking Dead is way more ideal than I Am Legend.
Yeah.
That's without a doubt.
Yeah.
Although I Am Legend, you can do whatever you want during the day. You just have to be home by night.
I meant more of that type of zombie.
Right. But that's the thing is like that's the because it's like pros and cons, right?
Right.
So like you can deal with
No, I'm saying
You can
like
deal with
imagine
Walking
having
Dead.
those fucks like be immune to the sun. Like that would fucking
F that
suck.
noise, right?
Yeah.
F that noise.
That point, right? Like
Just yeah, fuck it. I'm not.
yeah, no, I'm good.
It's not worth it. You won't take me alive.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's say it's Walking Dead zombies.
Right.
Okay. Chances are, like everybody likes to think, like, oh, I'd be so prepared for a fucking apocalypse, like whatever.
No,
right?
realistically, I would.
Realistically, there are very few survivors and a shit ton of zombies.
Yeah.
Like that's just a fact. Watch
Yeah.
watch an episode
Yeah.
of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Dude, remember, or World Z's like that too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just troves and troves and troves of
Yeah,
zombies.
remember that fucking part in the movie where did you see the movie or where they like all climb up the wall
Yep.
because it's just the numerous amount of them?
Yeah,
like,
they're just climbing on top of each other.
yeah,
That's fucked.
dude, that'd be fucking petrifying. They can
So-
run in that one, yeah.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah,
they.
fuck
Yeah,
that.
that I am. So
Fuck that. So that's what I'm getting.
World
at.
War Z is I Am
the
Legend
better-
in the daytime.
Right, that's the better
Yeah.
example that I was looking for.
So, but like the chances of you surviving past the first 24 hours. I feel like
24 hours, I feel like is simple.
I think it's the exact opposite. I think
There's just such a
let me
plethora of.
let me rephrase. Maybe it's not 24 hours. Let's call it a week.
Okay.
Okay.
See, now I think it's getting a little bit more difficult.
Right. But I feel like if you survive the first week, your odds of survival go up.
But not a whole
down.
lot.
So, no, not significantly.
Right.
But like with each week that passes,
You're getting
I
better
feel
and better
like your
odds.
odds of survival
Absolutely.
increase over time until
Absolutely.
a certain point,
Right.
and then they just
Where
start
you
to
just
go
become
down again.
overwhelmed. Yeah.
Right. Then your odds of survival just
Unless
start to go
you
down
have
again.
built such a facility of which is impenetrable.
In that time,
Which,
I don't think
That's
is
very
is-
hard.
especially around here.
yeah, but I mean, I guess it really depends on like how fast everything is happening. I mean, that's really the key point, I guess.
Well, it's okay. So first infected to 1% of the population infected in 24 hours.
Yeah. What's 1% of the population in 24 hours? See, I think it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot of people because there's 7 billion people on the planet. So
correct. No, I don't have.
I still think I think that's very survivable. That's if you
pull
were
up,
to say
pull
something.
up your phone because I don't have a calculator on this stupid thing.
Sure.
It's right here. Your phone's right there.
It is right there.
It is. All right. Do 1% of 7 billion. Because I can't math. I want to say 700,000, but I don't think it is.
I had to make sure I put enough zeros.
It's 7 and then 9 zeros.
It doesn't even let me go that far. Oh, really? That works that way? Bro, you just blew my mind. You literally just blew my mind.
Times 0.01. Times 0.01.
No, I definitely did that wrong.
It's just 7
Nah,
with 9 zeros.
Right.
7 9 zeros times 0.01.
Thank you. Shut up.
Dude, if you could do this, it would already be done.
70 million?
My phone, it's 70 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Times 0.01.
Yep.
Wow.
So
That's
70.
So the billion is such a big number.
I know. So one person gets infected, and
Right.
within 24 hours, 70 million people are infected.
Right. It's New York City 7 times over. But
Yeah.
in the planet, though. So that's still pretty small in retrospect.
In the first 24 hours, though, it's not.
So
because
is it
think about
spreading?
it this
Where's
way.
it spreading from? That's
Think
the
about
next
it this
follow-up
way,
question.
right? So in 24 hours,
Is it spreading out of the United States?
Yes,
because
it's spreading everywhere. It's spreading everywhere.
No. Because see, this is the point where I'm getting at. Patient zero, is that having like a blooming effect, or is it having like a spread effect? You understand what I'm saying?
So patient 0 infects somebody.
Like, does it affect them in New York, and that percentage is going that fast from New York? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it's much more constricted.
Patient
if it's
0
having in China, like you can you have time.
No. Patient 0 doesn't matter where they are in the world.
Okay.
Okay. Patient 0 to 70 million people in 24 hours worldwide. It can be now
So you almost have multiple patient zeros off at one time. That's the example you. Okay. No.
One patient 0.
Okay. One patient zero
starts infecting people.
Right.
Now there's a gestation period.
Right.
Let's call it 24 hours.
Okay.
So you're not a zombie.
Right.
For 24 hours.
Oh, so now you're
right.
Okay.
You're getting infected by somebody you don't know. Like, it's just me.
So this still leads back to what I was saying.
Right. So I'm
where does patient zero come from?
I'm patient 0. I attack you on the subway.
Right.
You don't know what the fuck just happened.
Exactly.
But I gave you a little scratch-a-magoo.
Dude, can't believe you gave me a scratch. That's
right.
crazy.
And now 24 hours from now.
Right.
Exactly. So that's how 70 million in 24 hours.
Right.
Okay. So it can be worldwide because if this happens at an airport or whatever, people are constantly. So it's going to take place in a metropolitan area. Let's call it New York City.
So now things are harder because you meet it in New York City.
Okay. So
do you understand what I'm saying by that?
Right. So the general concentration of those 70 million first infected.
That's a lot of people. That's probably the Northeast.
The concentration is heavy in
the New York area.
We're
fucked. I'm not living 24 hours.
Right, but so like,
there's no way.
There's 7 million people on Manhattan, right?
Right. What? How?
7 million people living in Manhattan.
There's 10 million people commuting at all times.
Right. But I'm just saying, in Manhattan, living is 7 million people.
Sure.
Call it whatever.
Yeah.
So you could probably say if patient 0's in New York, you have, let's call it, to be fair, 75% of the population gets infected.
Fuck. That's
right, because that's where patient 0 is.
And they're all turning, so I had no prep time. They all turned on a fucking second,
right?
And now I'm fucked.
Well, and right, so it's constantly spreading.
I'm completely fucked. I'm not living. The thing.
But 75% of 7 million is still only what, 5 million? Call it
Sure.
There's 70 more. There's 65 more million people to be infected in those first 24 hours.
Right.
So it's going everywhere.
Right.
But the concentration,
But that's still
as it pans
as where
out
we
in the
live
first 24
now.
hours. Oh,
So
we're fucked. We're fucked.
fucked. There's no
we
chance.
are fucked. Right.
Now
if it's
let me
happening
give
in
you
New
a
York.
different one.
But hold on a second.
Now, let me give you a different one. Now I'm gonna put it in L.A. Because you have a lot of people that fly from L.A. to New York.
A lot of Spanish people.
So
in
it is
LA.
coming
I
over
get
here. It's definitely happening. It's definitely
It's
happening.
the Mexicans.
Absolutely.
That's why it's happening in LA.
LA.
I get it. Racist fuck.
L.A. coming over here.
Right.
Because that's definitely happening.
Of course. A lot
One
of
of the
people
most
commute.
popular
Yep.
flights is LAX to JFK.
Sure.
Anyways.
Yep. Taken it a few times.
It's definitely coming here.
Sucks dicks for quarters.
But at least the major percentage of it is now starting in LA.
Correct.
Where a smaller percentage, even though there is a percentage,
Right.
is
Infected
in
starts.
New York.
Right.
Now I think I have a chance. Completely different rules. Completely different numbers.
Because the
Because it's going to happen,
the
but now I have
effect-
time to prep.
Right. The infection doesn't spread as quickly. It always will spread quicker in its origin. Of
course.
And then fan out.
Of course.
And slowly. So yes. So
Especially because it's not airborne. you
right.
know?
So after 24 hours.
Well, in World War Z, it
It's
was
not-
airborne, right?
I don't remember.
Never mind.
But
I don't
so
remember.
yeah, so the first infection is you're literally like now you're looking at maybe 25% in New York,
Right.
and 75% out in LA.
That's a chance. Only because you also made the number 70 million. Think about that. 70 million. New York City's only 10. So
in the first 24 hours.
Right.
But now we were talking about you're surviving the first week.
Yeah.
If 70 million are infected in the first 24 hours.
I can handle that. Give me a beer and a shotgun. I'm good.
Hang on a second. Because here's what we're going to do.
I don't remember saying that you could touch my phone. But
Well, that's too
all
fucking
right.
bad.
Agree, disagree.
So even if you don't take into account the exponential value of percentages infected, let's just call it 70 million a day.
Yeah.
Instead of 1% of the population, multiply that by the exponent of whatever it would end up being. Like the entire population would be infected within, like, I think maybe 72 hours. But you call it 70 million a day, you're looking at 490 million people
I'm good.
infected
Nah, I'm fucked.
in the first week.
Nah. Oh, fucking,
Population
what
of
are we talking
America is
about here?
700 million,
What
right?
the fuck am I going to do? What am I going to do? What are you talking about here? I could.
My point is, Billy, is that in the event of a zombie
Say
apocalypse,
my name. Be clearly upset.
yes. It's not that I'm upset. It's that this point is very crucial to this conversation. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, I will sacrifice you in a heartbeat.
Well, you.
What
made
I actually am saying is, you just come here and we'll figure it out.
No, definitely not. Sorry.
Fuck you then, bro. You're on your own.
No, I need to get to my cabin where it's like natural well water. There's lakes. There's,
on the way.
There's a lot of people I gotta get there. I gotta meet with people. Yeah, no, I'll call you when I get there. You know. Yeah, dude. I have like snowmobiles there and fucking ATVs there, like in the wilderness. The only thing is like I'd have to build some kind of fucking wall, so I need like people to fucking build walls with.
I would call Trump.
That was
seems to have that down pat.
First of all, you're an idiot. That was so stupid. That was so bad. I'm so upset with you on that one. You're better than that. That's what it is. It's just that, I'm expecting better from you. Your reference game is not on par. I mean, that's a valid point. I don't know where to go with that.
Exactly. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to stop for today. We'll see you next time.
Hey, JR.
Yeah. I love you too. Peace out, Cub Scouts. Hey guys, thanks for listening. If you have any suggestions or topics for us to cover, email us at 4guysmedianetwork@gmail.com. If you're on the go, you can subscribe to our shows on iTunes.
Be sure to check out our Patreon page, 4Guys Media Network, for access to exclusive content like minisodes and more. We have a lot of goals to hit, so we can keep improving and continue providing more content ad-free. So all of your donations are greatly appreciated. Make sure you subscribe to the 4Guys Media Network YouTube channel for all of our other projects by clicking the link on the right. And lastly, if you want to watch another episode, just click the link on the left. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.